The one that got away with stealing my heart. The one that got away with a brand new start. The one that got away and moving on quick. The one that got away chasing new lipstick. The one that got away from his fiery soul. The one that got away with his heart still whole.
Now, if you like pop, do you like country? Do you like Americana? Would you like a mix? I think I got a mix for you there. Let me introduce to you. We go all the way to Orange in New South Wales, and we welcome Anthea.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Wade.
Always a pleasure. Now, Anthea, you from Orange. For those who don't know, it's a little bit out west from Sydney, into the real country in New South Wales. Been there all your life?
I have been here. Yeah, I grew up here and I went and explored the world of university in Wollongong and Sydney for a little bit. But I went full circle and came home like a lot of us out here do. So no, it's good. I like it here.
Yeah, is it like you can take the girl out of the country, but
Absolutely. Yeah. I know when I was working in Sydney and Wollongong, they spotted me straight away. So yeah, I couldn't hide it. So definitely always a country girl.
spotted you? How did they do that?
I think it's my country accent. I have to try and tone it down a little bit when I'm speaking on these things.
Yeah, well, I got an accent too, mate, and so yeah, I can never hide either. So yeah, I don't care. It's what it is.
That's it.
Now, coming to the Festival of King Island, your musical life started. What I've done a bit of reading because I don't want to sound here like I know everything. No, you just Google and you find. It all started with the violin for you.
It did, yes. So I was playing around country music clubs around the Central West. So I'm really grateful to those opportunities because usually it was a bunch of people playing country music and they walk up and they play on a stage and it gives you that first opportunity to get on stage and jump in with a band and play a bit of fiddle, as we call it, in country music and get your confidence up and start to get a feel for what music you like and what you don't like and that kind of thing. So yeah, I've been started there and then moved on to the guitar and piano and a bit of everything really and a bit of singing obviously and now I try and blend all of those together when I can, but not at the same time. I'm not that good.
I would say that when you play, well, let's call it fiddle, I'm thinking more folk before I think country.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people think that and I grew up on American country music, so mostly 90s American country music, and the fiddle is a really critical component of those types of songs. So it's often just an interlude. It's not a feature as such, not all the time anyway, but I sort of felt when I heard that it just adds so much to country music, and you sort of don't see it as much in Australian country music. So I try and bring a little bit of that to the Aussie country music scene, yeah.
What is harder to play, guitar or the fiddle?
Oh, definitely the fiddle. Yeah. I feel like you can pick up the guitar in a few years, but the fiddle is an absolute lifetime commitment. You're always getting better. There's no frets, so you have to hear whether you're in tune or not. And, there's so much, I mean, all the instruments are feeling invoked, but particularly the fiddle, there's so much you can do to control that output. That's different from a piano or a guitar.
And strumming is very different too, I guess, on the fiddle, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the bow, it's got horsehair on it. That white stuff you see on the bow, that's horsehair. So that's what makes the sound. But yeah, very, very cool instrument. I can show you my fiddle if you like. It's this is my 140-year-old fiddle. So
140. Yeah, I can see it's worn a little bit on the edges.
Absolutely, yeah. So They do say the older the violin, the sweeter the music, but I don't know if that's true. I've played a few old ones that are not terribly sweet, but yeah, pretty cool.
So, and this is not a Stradivarius, I guess.
No, no, it is not. Not that I know of, anyway.
Well, you might have a fortune in your hands there.
I might, yeah. Had no idea I was sitting on it. No.
Yeah, you never know. Now, how did it go further then? Okay, you started with the violin, you get a little bit further with that. Well, when did you think or decide, I'm going to make serious business out of this? I'm going to be serious about all of this?
was only probably a few years ago, actually, 2 or 3 years ago. So I started taking vocal lessons through a lady called Marion Ruvus. Her daughter won The Voice, actually, Diana Ruvus. So she's very skilled, and she sort of really got me going with my singing. And I never had that confidence to sing by myself prior to that. So once I got into that and started building up some confidence singing, I could bring together my guitaring and vocals, and started to think, oh, maybe I'll get out and start playing some gigs and start building up some songs. And I've always loved being creative and writing stuff. So yeah, it was just sort of pulling together that skill of the vocals as well to get me to that next level. And yeah, now I love just sort of making music and recording my own stuff. So yeah, I just enjoy it. I sort of it's a really, really good outlet for me, and yeah, it keeps me occupied and happy. So it's good.
Is it like you hear this a lot that somebody that plays an instrument, plays the guitar, then finds it difficult to add the vocals to it, and a vocalist, when they start playing the guitar, they sort of strum along with the beat of the vocals, but how to combine it? Did you have that similar sort of battle?
A little bit. I sort of excuse my dogs in the background. I'm dog sitting at the moment, so there's like four dogs
That's all
going off
right.
there.
That's all right.
Um, yeah, it was a little bit like that to start with, but from a young age, I was playing a lot of different instruments. So my brother's a very good guitarist, and he was always teaching me guitar. My mum played the piano; she taught me a bit of piano, and you sort of start to hear when you listen to music, like what different roles those instruments play. And I sort of really tried to, as I was learning those instruments, embody each of those different roles, and not sort of think as a violinist when I'm playing the guitar or think as a guitarist when I'm playing the piano. However, there's a lot of, transferable skills between those instruments, obviously, where you go, oh, maybe a touch of that might be nice on the piano because I would normally play that on the violin or something. But yeah, it certainly was hard to sort of coordinate at first. But yeah, as a kid, I think your mind's a bit of a sponge. I wouldn't like to be trying to take up any of those instruments now. I think I'd find it very difficult as an adult.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Now, say talking about studying in Wollongong and in Sydney, was that related to music?
No, so I'm a lawyer by day, so I have a very different day job. So yeah, it's kind of the other side of the brain, I think. Oh, I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely a different school of thought to music. So that's why I sort of enjoy it so much when I get a bit of a break from that type of thinking.
I can imagine. Yeah, I think I prefer the music more than being a lawyer. But then again, I'll never be a law. I'll never be a lawyer. Now, how is it to be Orange? Is a country town? Is it like? Is it very different to try to build up sort of like a musical career than say if you were in the big cities like Melbourne or Brisbane or Sydney or?
It's very different in the sense that you only have your local venues and you have your locals really that you're building up fan base with, and I guess your exposure to those opportunities to get on bigger platforms and that kind of thing is a bit less. But there's some excellent regional programs through Music New South Wales that have allowed me to get a bit of exposure in Sydney and that kind of thing as well, which has been fantastic. So there are things that sort of reach in that get join the bridge a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely different. But I think at the same time, the type of music that I play probably resonates better with people out here in the country than what it would in Sydney, Melbourne, and the cities as well. So it's you're playing to your crowd a bit as well. So yeah, it's not too bad.
What I often hear is like when you sort of work and live in more country, because yeah, compared with a big city, there's less to do overall. So there's often a more bigger, better appreciation for a musician, say in Orange, than say in Sydney.
Yeah, absolutely. I do find that a lot. Like going out to the most random little country towns and playing like Ralston, Mudgee, Bathurst. There's people that walk in and there's nothing really else going on at that time. So they're sitting there, they're having a meal, supporting the local, pub as well at the time. And they're really listening and they might go, oh, we're happy to hear you play some originals, not just some covers, because we've got the attention span. Life's not moving so quick that we can't stop and listen for a second. So it's yeah, and that might be an ignorant comment to my city folk counterparts, but that's my experience in the country. Is that definitely people sit and have a listen, and they want to support your journey as well, which is awesome. Yeah.
Well, people sit and have a listen. Why not our viewers and listeners let them have a listen and have a view? I got a song ready here, one of your songs, The One That Got Away. Now, being a journalist, I'm curious. Who got away? Who got away?
Well, I didn't really write about anyone in particular, actually, but I just thought when you think about someone getting away from you, like in relationships, you think about all the things they get away with. It's like they're not just leaving; they're getting away with a new start, a new, like they've walked away unscathed from the situation, and you're kind of left there picking up the pieces. So it's a bit of a heartbreak song, but not particularly based on my experience. But I felt like I've had that experience in the past for sure.
He was the one that made me smile. He was gonna walk me down the aisle. He was the one that made me laugh. He was the best I ever had. He was the one who walked the walk. I was the one that talked the talk. He was the one that I betrayed. Now he's the one that got away. The one that got away was still in my heart. The one that got away with a brand new start. The one that got away, you're moving on quick. The one that got away, chasing new lipstick. The one that got away from this fiery soul. The one that got away with his heart still whole. The only thing on my mind driving around this town is who's he getting away with now? Getting away with, who's he getting away with now? Getting away with, who's he getting away with? He was the one that made the time. I would have covered up his crimes. I was there by his side. Now I just wanna run and hide. He's got a way to say goodbye. He knows how to make me cry. I know just what not to say. Now he's the one that got away. The one that got away was still in my heart. The one that got away with a brand new start. The one that got away, you're moving on quick. The one that got away, chasing new lipstick. The one that got away from this fiery soul. The one that got away with his heart still whole. The only thing on my mind driving around this town is who's he getting away with now? Getting away with, who's he getting away with now? Getting away with, who's he getting away with?
That was Anthea with The One That Got Away. And he did get away, and it sounded good, didn't it? And you can hear a lot more of her on the 13th and 14th of February. Or not both days, but at least one of the days. We haven't decided yet. And Anthea is still there with us in Orange. Now, Anthea, being a country performer, I'm almost thinking of Mecca for the Muslims. Tamworth for country people. Are you going to be in Tamworth?
I am going to be in Tamworth, so I'm heading down for the whole festival actually. So the 17th through to the 25th, I think I'm there. So yeah, I'll be playing a couple of shows, doing a little bit of busking as well. And yeah, I like to jump in with some bands on my fiddle while I'm there as well. So it'll be a good time. It's always stinking hot there, so it's everything that you expect out of a country festival.
So going from Orange, which road do you take to Tamworth then? Because I'm sure you're not going to go all the way to the New England and then drive up. Where?
You do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, you do. So you go Coolar, New England, Armidale, and then through to Tamworth. Yeah. A couple of years ago, it took me a very long time because they obviously had the floods through there. So there were some roads closed, so it was a bit of a detour. But yeah, no, you do. You go through there, so it takes me about 5.5 hours to get there from Orange. So, but I don't mind. It's beautiful country out there. It's good to have a look around and see some nice countryside on the way. especially
Is
when
it
I'm on holidays at the moment, you feel like you got the time.
is it like for you like a performer in your genre style? Is it like Tamworth is absolutely where you want to be?
Yeah, I mean, definitely at this time of the year. Absolutely. And obviously the other next best place would be Nashville, over in the States. That they're massive on country music over there. But yeah, as far as Australia goes, Tamworth is absolutely the mecca of country music. And but these days there's a lot of other music there as well, like lots of blues and a bit of folk and Americana and that kind of thing as well. So there's a bit of something for everyone there. And it's great. There's music everywhere at any time of the day, pretty much. So yeah, being a muser, I love that. That's where I want to be.
Do you think there's a little chance that after in say 5 6 weeks time that you might consider adding the Festival of King Island to that list too? A little bit lower, but
No, absolutely. I'm so excited to see what the King Island Festival has to offer. I've seen there's some awesome artists on the lineup, and obviously I jump in with Stuart, but Stuart's a fantastic artist, um, a true musical artist. And I feel like that's a bit of a lost art these days. So King Island will, I'm sure, be very excited to see him as well. Is a fantastic songwriter and an excellent musician, and a fabulous band coming with us as well. So it's going to be great.
did you know anything about this island?
Nothing, nothing. To be honest with you, when I first heard it, I thought, oh, that's the one where that dash hound went missing. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, no, it isn't. So my geography requires a bit of work. Yeah, my teachers probably wouldn't be that happy that I didn't know where it was, but it's certainly on my map now, and I'm so excited to come down and see what it has to offer. And from what's on Google, it looks very beautiful.
So what else? Okay, Tamworth and the Festival of King Island. Anything else happening in your musical world? Writing songs, big gigs coming up. What's 26 look like? We're in early days of 26, I know, but still.
We are, yeah, we are. But I have a few local Central West gigs booked in, but I'm really trying to focus on writing at the moment. So, yeah, I think sometimes you have to give yourself the space to write too. I went really hard on the gig front last year, and I found that took away a little bit of my energy to put into writing and creativity. So this year I'm sort of going to tone down the gig volume a little bit, and really try and write some great songs and get some new music out. So that's the plan anyway.
What comes first, lyrics or music?
Oh, look, depends. Sometimes I do it a bit of both ways. I used to always write lyrics first. But then when I spoke to other musicians, they said, no, I never do it that way. I always write the music first. And so now I've tried doing it that way. And I do find that it actually, I think, is easier to write music first. But sometimes something will happen and it'll spark like a lyric. And I'm like, right, that's a good basis for a song. And I'll start with the lyrics and work backwards. But yeah, I've sort of started my own home studio setup lately. So I've sort of got the tools at the moment to write the music first as well. So yeah, it's good having those resources right at your fingertips. Yeah.
Well, you do us a favor in a couple of weeks' time. You combine it all together, do a great performance too for us. We can't wait to see you, Anthea, and yeah, have a safe trip down, and we welcome you with open arms.
Can't wait to meet you all. Thanks so much for having me, Wade.
You can never take for granted the last time you'll see someone. And it's changed my perspective on life a lot. In the fact that you got to tell people you love them. You got to have the ones that you are close to, keep them close. And also, life's too short. My dad died at 52. Um, and life is too short for me. That's less than 30 years away. And I'm thinking, what do I want to do in 30 years? So yeah, I just want to enjoy life. I'm enjoying every aspect of life, and nothing's trying to look at nothing's too important. Because I really just want to enjoy life, and life's too short to not put out music. And that's what I want to do, because that'll be here forever.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do in 30 years' time, Stuart. I know what you're going to do in about 30 days' time, and that's
Hopefully
playing
world
here.
tour.
That's playing here on King Island. We look forward to it. I'm sure you do too. We'll send you back home with a load of cheese, and
Oh,
yeah, come and
lovely.
entertain us and let's have fun. How's that?
Oh, we are so excited. Me and the band, we were all very excited when we first got asked to come down. We all just kind of went. Are we allowed to swear? I don't know. We all just went, "Fuck yeah!" I don't know. Might have to beat that out, Wade. But we were just very excited, and yeah, we've been doing a lot of band shows. I love the guys in the band and Anthea, and we're actually in Dave's studio. And we come here and rehearse, and I thought it was only fitting to do the interview here.
Well, there you go. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Catch you then.